of desperate men seeking another home, another world to take over. One man is trying to stop them, a man not of this world.
Give us a kiss.
I bet you've kissed every girl in the factory.
I know. Said you.
Idris! Idris, I'm frightened. Take me home.
She laid the foundation stone of a new maternity wing. Reports are still coming in about unidentified objects seen over parts of Sussex for the third night in succession. One of our reporters spoke to Sir Charles Cuttle at the Ministry of Defence.
UFOs over Sussex? Nonsense. I've lived in Sussex all my life, never saw a thing.
Well, Sir Charles, Sussex is quite a large place.
I'll tell you what it's all about. Some newspaper chap trying to drum up a story.
What, 3 nights running?
Observer 1 to control. Observer 1 to control.
Control to Observer 1. Please report.
Another low sweep over open country. Same route, same flight pattern. Hovering for about 3 seconds.
In the same area?
Same area. Penfield in Sussex.
What's this meant to be, though? Some new kind of transmitter?
No idea.
These, what are they? Silicates? Looks more like samarskite or a fusion of rare earth metals.
Our job is to assemble and connect up as instructors, exactly as instructed.
I know. Red lead to red terminal, blue lead to blue terminal. A kid could do it.
Except that he might end up at a funeral, his own.
Right, Flower. You be checking the fuses while I nip into the bog for a quick burn. Okay?
All right, mate.
What are you doing here, Evans?
Well,
Come on, out, out.
I'm sorry, Mr.
Switch off the power!
Serious? Right, hold on. Sick bay.
Yes, Mr. Baldock?
Man injured in research. Badly, it seems.
I've already sent a stretcher, sir.
Good. Usual procedure.
Yes, sir.
Sick bay have the matter in hand.
I know, Mr. Baldock, but I think he ought to go to hospital.
Armstrong, sick bay have the matter in hand. They will know precisely what steps to take. Now, about the apparatus.
I think whole diode section burnt out, sir.
Right. Well, it's back to work then, Armstrong. Yes. Yes, I'm sure you will. And don't worry about Jeffries. Leave him to us.
How did it happen?
How did it happen? A man called Evans broke the regulations.
Sack him.
Sack him, Armstrong. Damn. Can't afford these accidents to key workers.
Especially at a time like this. It would be Jeffries.
To err is human.
And to forgive is bloody stupid. Let's have a word with him about safety precautions.
One of our best men, too.
That's the annoying part. Give him something difficult, something he doesn't quite understand. He'll follow instructions to the letter. A challenge, an excitement, I suppose. Give him some simple assembly job and he gets bored, careless.
Yes? Oh, they are they? All right, leave it to me. Don't worry. They're threatening to walk out.
They're frightened. Understandable. 3 times in a month, remember.
You better have a talk to them.
Mollify them.
And I'll keep an eye on Jeffries. Sick, babe.
Yes, sir.
Is the automedic system functional?
Yes, sir.
May I have your attention for a moment, please, ladies and gentlemen? I realize that you're upset about Jeffries. That's perfectly natural. We all are. But I can assure you that he's having the best possible treatment, and fortunately, he is not nearly as badly hurt as we first thought. Luckily, it was only a low-voltage shock, and there is absolutely no cause for alarm. But there is a great deal of work to be done. We're at a critical phase of a world marketing operation which cannot be delayed, must not be delayed. And we're short-staffed as it is. So I'm going to ask you to work even harder than before, but even more carefully, whilst reminding you always that the closest concentration is essential if we are to avoid further accidents. The key words then are work, care, concentration. Work, care, concentration. Jeffries?
Fine, fine. Now, where do we get to?
Portuguese Macau.
Excuse me. Have you got a light? I say, you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. I saw a bit of an accident. Tell me up a bit, like.
Bad one, was it?
Shocking.
Where?
Well, in research, what do you think? The third one this month, but always. Do you work here?
No, I'm a journalist. Tell me.
Well, you nothing, mate. Listen, Flower, talk to the press and they'd fire you out of here like a stage 1 rocket.
Hey, Evans!
Yes, Mr. Armstrong?
Want you in the office.
Come in. Oh, the matches, yeah. Keep them.
Ah, Mr. King, isn't it?
Yes. Nice place you have here.
I'm Roger Baldock. This is our company secretary, Henry Scaife, also our financial wizard.
That's how I manage to get a tax-free rise every year.
Now give Mr. King a drink. What'll it be?
You name it, we might even have it.
I don't drink.
Oh, no?
It poisons the system.
Oh, well, tea, coffee or something?
Nothing.
You're sure?
Thank you, yes.
Well, now, Mr. King, I gather you're interested in our new product.
How did you come to hear about it, Mr. King?
Well, there was a rumor on the stock exchange about the movement of capital from Zurich, New York, all over, to support a world marketing operation.
I understood you were a freelance journalist, Mr. King.
I am, but I also play the stock market. I like to make money, a human failing.
Everybody likes to make money.
And it doesn't poison the system.
Only the mind, if it's weak. And that's good, don't you think? Natural selection. Destroy the weak, improve the strong. Genetics through morality, proving, as it were, that to the pure all things are pure. You follow me?
Admirably.
This marketing operation.
To distribute a new invention that will sweep through world markets and make a killing like there's never been before.
And you, too, want to make a killing?
Just a small one. Nothing fancy.
And you trace the invention back here to us? Enterprising?
But not too difficult. Your shares shoot up. The Financial Times hints at something new in the field of communications. The point is, what?
This.
Transistor radio?
Without transistors.
Know anything about electronics, Mr. King?
Well, I read science at Cambridge. Only got a low second, though.
Even a very high first wouldn't help you much with this. Although the principle itself was really quite simple, we've gone back to a kind of crystal set.
Miniaturized, of course, and with a very special sort of crystal.
No bigger than a pinhead.
Synthetic or natural?
Ah, that, I'm afraid, is a trade secret.
Not for long. The moment this goes on the market, all your competitors will rip the back off and put your precious crystal through a series of tests.
The back is sealed permanently. If you break it open, you also break a pile of acid, which destroys the crystal.
And the radioactive cell that powers it.
You mean there's no batteries or anything?
The radioactive cell lasts for years.
But if you can't get the back off, how do you repair it?
You don't. You throw it away, Mr. King.
And buy another for 10 shillings.
Or 5 Deutschmark or whatever.
Anyway, it's guaranteed for 2 years. Free replacement. Even if you drop it on the floor and break it.
Even if you throw it at your wife.
10 shillings. Quite sensational. What a killing you'll make.
Buy our shares and so will you.
I already have.
Ah, he is enterprising.
Thank you, Monica.
And those markers there?
Our outlets, Mr. King. Every major city in every country in the world.
The organization it must have taken. The research and development.
15 years.
And it doesn't work.
No crystal.
Our biggest problem until just recently, not enough crystals.
But now you're ready.
We're holding a press conference tomorrow.
So, Mr. King, if there's anything else you want to know?
No, I don't think so. Gentlemen, you've been most kind, most helpful.
It's been a pleasure.
Is it dangerous?
What?
I beg your pardon?
That.
Dangerous in what way?
Well, how can a radio set be dangerous?
I don't know.
Explain.
Well, on my way in, I heard a couple of men talking about an accident in research.
Research?
Very nasty, they said.
You heard anything about this?
Not a word.
Must have been some other factory.
I think not.
You could have been mistaken.
Hardly.
You were mistaken, Mr. King, weren't you? Mr. King? Now listen to me very carefully. You were mistaken. There's been no serious accident at this factory at any time. So I suggest you forget any gossip you may have heard. Forget. Understand? Forget.
The ruby-throated hummingbird travels 900 kilometers for every ounce of body fat.
You sure you didn't give him an overdose?
Oh, I'm sorry. I came over dizzy. What was I saying?
I bet you were feeling a little dizzy, perhaps from fresh air.
Yes, yes.
Better now?
Fine, fine. Just a breath of fresh air.
Of course.
Goodbye.
Ah. Well, the United States should present no difficulties. Salesmanship's a way of life with them. Sophisticated substitute for rape, I've no doubt. Scaife?
Something's wrong.
What do you mean?
That journalist fella, King.
What about him?
His reactions to the ultrasonic pulse were late. At least a second, maybe 2.
Well, we've had variations before. There's nothing in that statistically of any significance.
Something odd about him.
Well, people often are. It's what they call being human.
He's bright.
Not too bright. He only got a second at Cambridge.
So he says. But he found us. That was bright.
Well, he has an inquiring mind. Part of his job.
Exactly.
And publicity.
Is one thing. But if he starts snooping round...
Why should he?
I don't know. Something...
I'll have him checked. At once. Monica, get me that firm of private detectives, will you?
I'm doing a survey of industrial accidents. Could I see the casualty officer for a few minutes?
Dr. Scott's busy with a patient at the moment, but if you'd take a seat.
Nice day.
Yes? I see. Well done. All right, stay with him and keep in touch. Oh, I was just about to ring you. Just got the interim report from that firm of private investigators. It's quite interesting.
Oh, quick.
Well, there's nothing very much here, but it is interesting. He did read science at Cambridge, and he got a second. He does contribute occasionally to magazines, mostly financial or scientific, and does play the stock market successfully, it seems.
Interesting, you said.
But no address.
Now, that is interesting.
Industrial accidents.
In the new towns.
We don't have much industry around here, and very few accidents, fortunately. However, you'll find the factories listed alphabetically, together with details of any accidents we've handled. Of course, we deal with only the more serious ones.
Yes, you're right. Nice, low accident rate. In fact, this firm seems to have had no accidents at all, apart from a gatekeeper who slipped on an icy road and suffered a... What?
Colles fracture of the wrist, easily done in falling.
And that's hardly an industrial accident.
They've probably got very good safety precautions.
They probably have.
Hang on.
What does it look like?
I can't, mate. It's bribery.
And corruption.
No, really, I can't.
They've given you notice, haven't they? She's nice.
Why, you must be made of the bloody stuff, Flower. Well? I don't know.
Hey, should make a good lock forward, that one.
Yeah, better number 8 with them thighs. You ever played?
Oh, yes. Against Cardiff Extra A once. Yeah. My finest hour boy.
My Uncle Ivor once played wing forward for Aberraban. Yeah, real dirty he was, too. It looks like a transmitter. Only different, you know, everything's different. And I don't laugh. It had crystals. Only big. Big as hell. Big as pigeon's eggs.
Draw it.
Boy, if they knew what I was doing.
What's the matter?
Oh, him. Hey, Mr. Jeffries.
Oh, hello, Evans.
Well, you all right, then?
Why shouldn't I be?
Well, this morning.
Oh, that was just a low-voltage shock. Why, I've had worse many a time. See you.
Yeah. I don't understand.
What don't you understand?
Well, him. Doesn't matter.
Thank you.
Hey, mister.
Yes?
What are you?
A spy.
Hey, Tim!
But it was necessary.
15 years we've avoided that kind of stupid, overt action.
I tell you, Evans was drawing the transmitter for him.
And he could understand it with his second at Cambridge?
Some of their scientists might. They've already used a laser beam to vibrate a quartz crystal 1,000 million times faster than upper sea. From there, it's a small step to you-know what.
All right. Two things. First, are you sure you weren't recognized?
I didn't shoot him. Armstrong did.
Oh, clever.
The second thing?
Are you sure he's dead?
Well, even Armstrong couldn't miss from that range, but...
But what?
Well, it's possible, just possible, that he moved before Armstrong fired. But he couldn't have known what was going to happen
unless he could see in the dark.
My dear Baldock, the only people who can...
Exactly.
But you don't seriously think...
Well, we know they sent observers here a few years ago.
Well, and this one just happens to find his way into an obscure little dump like Penfield. Statistically, that's sort of coincidence.
Who says it's a coincidence, my dear Scaife?
Let's check the hospitals.
I hope you've PID.
What?
Brought in dead.
Where's Peters?
Yes, he was brought in about half an hour ago. Yes, I'm sure he will. That's right, the Reigate Road, and turn off in the direction of Forest Row.
Well, he was brought in very much alive. Come on.
Where are we going?
To rectify your little mistake.
What on earth are you doing?
I was looking for a cigarette.
You must be lightheaded. You realize you've got a gunshot wound?
Yes.
What happened exactly?
Somebody shot me. But not very exactly.
What? Was it an accident?
How did I get here?
Somebody put you in your car and drove you here. Now, I'm going to give you a transfusion. You know your blood group?
No.
Never mind. We'll soon have it from the path lab. I've sent them a sample.
Have you?
Dr. Scott, Dr. Webber's asking for you. Says it's urgent.
Thank you, sir. Yes, Dr. Webber.
This is one of yours, isn't it?
My writing.
Know what's inside it?
But of course, a blood sample I took from a patient.
Some patient.
I'm sorry?
The blood doesn't match any human group. Who did take it down, then?
Soon find out.
Simon King.
A close relative.
And very dear friend.
I'm afraid I can't tell you any more.
Now, that blood sample I gave to Nurse Peters, did she take it down herself?
No. No, she gave it to one of the student nurses.
One of their jokes, I expect. Probably bat's blood.
We're inquiring about a Mr. King.
He's very ill, I'm afraid.
Could we see him?
It's very urgent.
Not at the moment.
Thank you. I'll take this sample myself.
Doctor, I appreciate that you're busy, but we are the next of kin, and I'm afraid I must insist.
Insist all you damn well like.
Mary! Mary!
Goodbye.
Those two men, where are they?
I don't know. They left before I could ask them.
You don't know who they are?
Relatives, they said. That's all.
Staff, get onto the police, will you? We can't have a wounded man driving around the country.
I'll deal with this. This Mr. King, do we have any information on him?
Only his driving license.
In a discotheque at Penfield in Sussex, where a man was shot and seriously wounded earlier this evening. A local electronics engineer, Harold Armstrong, who was helping the police with their inquiries, has unfortunately collapsed and died. The wounded man was taken to East Sussex Hospital, but disappeared after preliminary treatment. He may be suffering from loss of memory, and anyone who sees him is asked to contact the nearest police station. He's 5 feet 11 tall, clean-shaven, dark with dark eyes.
Observer 1 to control. Observer 1 to control.
Control to Observer 1. Please report.
King? The King?
Distribution at Sigma 5.
Reading Sigma 5.
Check Gamma Globulin at Theta 1 in 1 to 8.
Reading Omicron Tau.
Valency angles and atomic distance as before.
All readings normal.
Good. Then switch off presynaptic inhibitor and start biosynthesis. I repeat, switch off inhibitor.
I'm giving it another 30 seconds.
No, it'll weaken you. You'll lose consciousness.
I'll have to chance that. I've got to move immediately.
You can't.
15 seconds.
Simon, the damage could be permanent. I order you.
10 seconds. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
And then about the crystals. He kept on about the crystals.
Anything else?
He asked where the research section was.
And you told him? Of course.
What's happened?
You fainted. Drink this. It's whiskey.
You? What are you going to do with me?
How did you get my address?
Your driving license.
And you came all this way just to give it back to me?
It was a mystery. Your blood.
Doesn't match any human group. So you decided to investigate. Courageous?
Stupid.
Are doctors stupid?
I'm not a doctor. I mean, I don't practice. I'm just doing a locum to oblige a friend.
What do you usually do?
Research, tropical medicine.
Did you come here alone?
Yes.
And saw a great deal you'd no business to see.
Are you going to kill me?
Kill you? The human solution. Man's history is the history of killing. Have another. What trouble have you made for me?
Trouble? Oh, you mean have I reported that gunshot wound to the police?
Well, don't look so astonished. Tissue replacement. Your own biologists are very near it, though it may take them quite a while to get to this stage.
Who are you? What are you?
You haven't answered my question.
Oh. The police. No, I decided not to make a report until...
Till you'd made your investigations. You really have got a nerve, haven't you?
No.
Oh, yes. You're scared, all right. But you haven't lost your nerve.
And you haven't answered my question.
No.
I beg your pardon?
I've answered it. No, I'm not going to kill you.
And what are you going to do?
With you? Oh, I don't know.
Lie down. You need proper attention. You're still weak from loss of blood.
Nothing of the kind. I shall be all right in a moment.
Look, I've got my medicine bag in the car.
Then leave it there. Your medicine would kill me. Would you bring me some water? Listen, I need help.
I can see that.
The weakness is nothing. But there's something that has to be done, and I don't think I can do it alone.
What are you talking about?
Well, I'll try to explain. You are aware that there's life on other planets?
So the scientists tell us.
And that on any air-water planet, life would evolve in much the same way as it did here.
You mean there are other civilizations like ours?
Some of which are more advanced.
Oh, supermen.
No, just men, but more advanced.
Is that what you're trying to tell me? That you come from a different planet?
Press that switch on the wall over there, will you? Come over here. The Milky Way, as you call it.
As we call it?
100,000 light years across, of which your solar system is rather insignificant part. Within it, the constellation Centaurus. Now, one of the Centauran planets is threatened with extinction. They're using up their atmosphere faster than it can be replaced.
How do you know?
Their scientists are trying to find a way to reverse this process. But meanwhile, they're looking for another home.
Another planet?
But all the planets capable of supporting life are already occupied. So they decided to invade one of the more backward planets, wipe out the natives, and take over.
Horrible.
Logical. And they were desperate.
Well, which one do they pick? Not the Earth.
You.
I don't believe it. Can't be true. It's insane. Well, isn't it? I mean, if what you say is true, why didn't they do it? What stopped them?
Something like, well, like the United Nations. Only bigger and more effective. Something which deals with worlds instead of countries.
You mean a sort of intergalactic congress?
Led by Cygnus, the constellation who have assumed special responsibility for the Earth and who sent observers here to prevent alien interference.
I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. Well, I can't be drunk on 1.5 glasses of whiskey, can I?
Well, what's so incredible? You travel to other planets, don't you? Or is it that you can't credit anything more sophisticated than your own savage little society?
This constellation Cygnus, why should they care about us?
Well, for the same reason that you care about backward countries. You send them aid, help them to develop.
Oh, so we're just a poor little backward world pushed around by the Intergalactic Congress.
I'm not being funny.
Just superior.
I'm sorry, but I am.
So you and your friends have stopped these people, these Centaurans?
We've stopped them openly invading, but we haven't been able to stop them infiltrating.
You mean they're here among us now? And your lot are trying to save us because we're just a poor little backward world and you love us. That what you're saying?
Not in those emotive, exaggerated words.
What's in it for you?
I beg your pardon.
I don't believe in do-gooders, so what's in it for you?
All right. If there must be an angle, the Earth would make an excellent strategic base for anyone aiming to dominate our galaxy.
So you don't just love us for ourselves alone?
If that's what you want to hear, no.
Right, then you must go to the government.
Which government? British? French? Russian? East? West? Tell me.
Well, then the United Nations.
United? They're split right down the middle. They refuse to recognize the largest nation in the world. Anyway, who'd believe me?
I believe you.
You are an individual, not a government. And if the British government refused to believe the truth about Hitler until he wrote it across Europe, how long do you think it would take them to believe the truth about a bit of stardust in the middle of the Milky Way called Centaurus? Oh yes, they believed me in the end, after 3 royal commissions and a white paper. But what do they believe me now, tonight? Because tomorrow may be too late.
All right. No faults on half power. I'll put her under full load tomorrow. Pity we were too late. Finding the hospital, I mean.
Did the memory bank have any information on it?
Nothing very much. Came in just now. It's over there.
Quite a big wheel.
You didn't expect them to send a non-entity, did you?
But how can they take away our willpower so completely?
By paralyzing certain brain centers, either permanently or temporarily, depending upon the intensity of the power transmitted and its duration.
All by radio waves?
No. They're simply a vehicle for transmitting the ultrasonic vibrations, which are a form of energy like, well, electricity, say, which is why it can be so dangerous.
Can't we smash their transmitter?
They'd simply build another.
Then, these Centaurans must be destroyed.
I'm not allowed to kill, and I've no desire to.
Well, find whatever frequency they use and jam their transmissions.
They'll have thought of that. That's why they're using these special crystals.
The ones that make the transmitter change frequency.
About every second, probably. But even more important, they also make the radios change frequency in phase with the transmitter automatically.
Then you can't do anything.
Oh, yes, I can, if I can get hold of some of the crystals. Then I can equip a transmitter to stay in phase with their own and jam it to Kingdom Come and back.
How can we get hold of the crystals?
I suspect they're a very highly complex silicate found only on Centaurus. Now, if I had certain technical information about them, I could probably reproduce them synthetically. But that would take time. Time we haven't got.
Then you'll have to steal them from the factory.
Right.
But isn't that what they'll be expecting you to do?
What they won't know is how I'm going to do it. Microwaves on a pre-selected frequency. Any electronic expert could build a unit to do exactly the same. They're maybe not as small as this. Would you sit over there, please?
Where do you come from?
Well, not from Centaurus. Observer 1 to control.
You know the ruby-throated hummingbird can travel 900 kilometers per ounce of body fat? I looked it up.
I wonder how he managed to get a low second at Cambridge. I should have thought it was impossible for him.
Like doing a slow dive.
Should we play a game of chess?
15 years? But what have they been doing all this time?
Preparing, building up businesses, getting control of banks and so forth. Establishing themselves as scientists, politicians, financiers, industrialists.
Laying down a smoke screen of respectability.
Exactly.
And you?
Waiting and watching. Until last Sunday when they did their first low-altitude sweep near Penfield. Dropping supplies, probably.
The crystals?
I would think so, yes.
Do they have one of these machines?
Something very similar.
What's this for? Some kind of deep X-ray?
Cobalt beam therapy.
Control to Observer 1.
We go over there. Go ahead, Control.
Are you fully recovered?
Yes.
No side effects?
None. What did the scientists say?
That given the atomic weight and number, the density melting points, and the electronic structure, they could produce it synthetically in about 4 months.
I have a theory that scientists are either dangerous or useless.
The Chief of Control suggests that you contact Observer Europe for help.
There isn't time. Besides, I've got help.
Very well. It's your decision, your responsibility. When do you make the attempt?
Now.
What's in there?
The same sort of equipment as in the house.
Where is Control?
Up there, about 2 months away. Do you know this place?
About an hour's drive.
We could just get him out of the way for a few months. 3 months would do.
Do very nicely. Anything in mind?
Nothing specific?
King's Gambit. Unfortunate name in the circumstances.
Very. Particularly for one king. I think you've got a lost game.
Won't you be a little premature? Get out of that.
No. I've thought of a much better move.
And keep the engine running.
Simon! Suppose they're waiting for you out there in the dark.
I'll see them.
Yes? Speaking. You have? Well done. Let the squad car know, will you? You're quite right, sir. He has come back.
Yes, well, he was acting very suspiciously this afternoon.
You can't imagine the trouble we've had with industrial spies.
You'll have no more trouble with this one, sir.
I wish to declare mate in 6.
Now, who's being premature?
Mary, are you receiving me?
Everything's ready.
Don't move. All right, friend, that's your lot. Now! Window! Quick, down!
Then I remembered some revolutionaries in Venezuela who blew up the president's car with plastique set off by microwaves. I thought it ought to be easier to blow up a substation. At least it keeps still.
And it worked?
Blew out half the lights in the town. Is there any need for further action against our two friends?
They'll be dealt with by their own people. Failure isn't allowed.
Good.
Just a moment.
Well?
You want me to go on? It's new information.
Yes, go on.
Location, Europe. Major Square, 24. Coordinates, 695-723 East. 181-405 North.